Recording in
requested all the
progress.
text messages, 191 pages.
That's the house, anyway.
That's good.
Yeah, because, yeah, everything I said has been validated through the text message. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, no, I can't make this stuff up.
You could, so
Complete
why,
discrimination. No one would believe it.
I know, that's what I was gonna say, nobody believes
so
it.
why be here then?
Just to be present.
Uh,
Yeah, because I'm not going away.
Yeah.
Yeah, they prefer I go home, I'm sure. The farm manager would, he thought I'd just scurry on home, go back, hide under a rock like I've been for the past 29 years. If he'd only sold me those 5 bales, right, Ed, I'd be home.
Then my ratings would be lower.
Oh, would they, oh, people are watching, are they?
Of course.
I want to know who owns the bales that are out there that have been there since last year.
Probably the person who's the biggest buyer.
Maybe.
And we're on.
Maybe you can ask that, I'll ask it, but maybe we'll see.
Well, you know, they're unsightly. They're blowing in the breeze like dirty underwear, white top.
That's exactly
The
what
ocean's full of plastic.
You ready?
Yes.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the May 23rd Carroll County Commissioners meeting. If you join me for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen.
All right, Fred.
Okay, Fred King from Wolfboro. I still have not received my 91A request, and I haven't received anything in writing saying it's going to be presented. I was told verbally after a meeting that, it had been sent in. My original request was March 8th. I believe the commissioners do have 91A training. I think maybe, I wish the chair was here, that we could maybe have some training again so they realize that they have to give it to me in writing, the exemption that they're claiming. I think that's only fair. If they don't want to do that and give it to me in writing, we can do it other ways. But I would appreciate a response when I'm going to get it from the commissioner, and I wish the chair was here. Also, there is a bunch of hay that's been out there since last year. I'd like to know if that's been paid for and whose hay it is that we're storing it. The new policy, we're not going to be storing any hay, but it would be kind of nice to know if that's been paid for, and if I noticed in some of the reports, we have had some hay payment the beginning of the year, so that tells me that that's been paid for last year. So I think that needs to be addressed. But, I would appreciate a response. One also thing I did want to mention too is, and I'm going to mention again when the chair's here, the renovation of this building at $8.3 million. She did say it's not taxpayers' money, and it is taxpayers' money, and that if it does go over, that Siemens is going to cover that. To me, that says that there's enough pork in that figure that they're going to cover it. And I really think that we need to think hard about this as Carroll County residents and commissioners, how we spend the people's money. Thank you very much.
Would you like to speak?
No.
Down now?
Good.
Morning, Kevin.
Hi, good morning. Yeah, Kevin Will. I live up the street. I don't really have any complaints. I have a commendation about the website. I find it a lot easier to navigate, whoever is in charge of that.
That would be Melissa.
No. Wow. Good job, Melissa.
Thank you.
Yeah, before it was kind of confusing when the meeting was or what, and now you just click it all on, and plus I can get text messages, and yeah, it's like we're in the 21st century. Yeah, no, thank you. That's all I got for today. Thanks.
I would agree with you.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Any other public comment?
I guess I I'm from Hales Location,
Yes.
Terry Mednick. And
Just state your name again.
Terry Mednick,
Thank you.
would you prefer I discuss this during the Hales part of the meeting? Or, that's fine with me if you want.
Sure, give us a couple of minutes, we're gonna get to that in a couple
Yeah.
of seconds.
All right, thank you.
See, no other public comment. We will move to acceptance of the meeting minutes for March 9th. March 9th, May 9th.
Motion?
Second? All in favor? Aye. Accounts payable manifest and the payroll manifest. Accounts payable manifest for May 15th, 2024 was $883,178.33. The payroll for May 17th, 2024 was $282,823.51. Accounts payable for May 22nd was $316,536.42. And the payroll for May 24th was $235,817.44. I'll accept the motion to accept.
I make a motion to accept?
Second, all in favor?
Aye.
We're going to hold the annual report until next week. And now we will move into, Bonnie, are you okay with that?
Sure.
And now we will move into, recess and move into Hales location.
10:05.
And you have the Hales financial report. Bonnie will touch base with us on that.
So as you know, we brought the Hales location finances into the finance office here versus at Hales. And we are,
Some people may not know that, but just to give them an idea of why we did that.
okay. Well, we brought the finances in because Hales location, even though they're not required to have an annual audit, still have to have auditors come in and look at their information and reporting submitted to DRA. So we felt that it was in the best interest for the selectmen of Hales location and Hales location in general to make sure that we had good controls, the same controls that we have for the county. So we did bring it in-house. And, yep. And we are receiving approved invoices from the tax collector at Hales and processing them here with warrants submitted to the selectmen for payment, which you should have also.
I had that somewhere, yeah.
Okay. So these are the financial statements through April. You can see that the cash balance at this point is very, very strong. And all the payables, except for a few, have been paid, which were paid in May and that you have to sign today. I have separated, there's a lot of paper here, but the gist of it is that Hales location, the township is on a calendar basis and the school is on a July to June. So I have split those financial statements so that we can track each respective budget and the report for the school fiscal year and the Hales location calendar year. So really no surprises, but we're hoping to, and it's up to you whether you want to see these financial statements monthly or quarterly.
I would say quarterly is enough for now,
Okay.
unless you think we should see them more often.
I think unless we see some issue, that quarterly is fine.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure you'll tell us if there's any problems. So
I will, absolutely.
I'm not too worried about that, so good, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, Bob, can I ask?
Oh, yes.
Bonnie, I was reviewing the 535, the MS 535, and saw there was almost 200,000 in welfare payment. We don't have, as far as I know, welfare money. I'm wondering where that came from, what that was?
and this is part of the reason, I'll have to take a look at it and say this is part of the reason that we've brought this in, just because of, I think probably all of the revenue from the motor vehicles and permits and all the other funds were probably put into one line item.
This was a expense line.
Again, the same,
Okay,
exact same.
I've talked to Denise and she didn't know. She's gonna get back to me in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, there is no line item that large in the entire budget, so I guess I would like to see what you're looking at, because
It was the
unless
MS
you were just looking at the total.
No, I was looking at the MS 535. It's a line item on welfare on page 3 or something of the
Yeah.
535.
There is no line item that large in the entire budget.
Right, so I'm thinking it's school, because school is about that large.
I'm not sure for the expense if it is quite that large,
Okay,
but
all right. Can I see you after the meeting?
Of
Or-
course,
Okay,
sure.
thank you.
Curious, how many students are involved for that much money?
there's only 2 students this year so far.
I thought there was like 5 students, 3, 4, 5 students.
2 is all that was in the budget that Denise has given us.
Because I've heard the number of 5 around before.
Okay.
I don't know.
Three
I just got-
came about 2 years ago, and 2 have been there for 5 years now, maybe.
Yeah, I just received an invoice for 2 students.
Okay.
Just, it's on the payment ledger this week.
We sent them to different schools, though. We have Freiburg and we have
Yep.
Conway, and you may have got an invoice for one and not the other yet,
Yep.
or something, I
Yep.
don't know.
This is the first financial statement that we've issued. We're just starting
Figuring
this
it out.
process, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And next, we have next we need to approve, I believe, the Hales Manifest.
Correct. Yep.
This is in the amount of $21,615.35. It's 3 payments. One from the town of Conway for $1,615.35. These are to the town of Conway. One Freiburg Academy, $19,000, and Whitney Consulting Group LLC for $1,000, in the amount of $21,615.35. I will accept a motion to approve.
What is this to?
These are checks. They're going.
What does that count for, what period of time?
What period of time is that, Bonnie? It's just.
I'm sorry, I wasn't
The
listening.
checks are for the just current,
They're just current payables, but you should have all of the invoices attached to the warrant.
so it's on, but you may not have seen this yet.
I'm just curious,
Because I didn't see-
because we mentioned earlier what the cost was to go to these different schools, and these weren't adding up, so that's what I was concerned. As long as everybody's happy, authorized signature.
I motion to approve.
Oh, I make a motion to approve?
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, I don't know who the official signer is.
Just initial. Initial. All you need is an initial, right, and a signature, Bonnie?
Yeah, Joe can,
Joe can do it.
yep,
Does Joe sign the checks?
Oh, yeah, I'll sign this one. There we go.
as treasurer,
Joe
That
signs
still
checks as
happens?
treasurer.
Yep, okay.
yeah.
So if you just sign the manifest and initial each of the
Yeah.
invoices? Yeah, okay,
Got it.
okay.
We decided today was the 23rd.
Today is the 23rd.
Okay.
Melissa, I believe that's all we have for Hales.
Were there any minutes in there, or no?
Oh, there were minutes in here.
I think there's just one
There is.
sentence, but,
Yes, the minutes were very brief. There were really no minutes, but we'll vote to approve the, motion to approve the
I'll
minutes.
second that.
Aye. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, and that's pretty much it for Hales.
I have
did you
a-
want to take public comment?
Yes.
Okay.
A year ago today,
Can you sit up there? Would that be
Sure.
okay?
Sure.
You wanna-
Oh, I'm down.
Thank you.
oh, I'm not one.
He'll know you're not wrong.
All right, about a year ago today, the state ordered well, let me back up. For the last 14 years, we've been having septic issues with the hotel. Septic system failed about 14 years ago, 15 years ago now. And so they moved the hotel, instead of fixing it, they said they were gonna fix it, they decided to move all that waste over to another septic system they had. They didn't get permission, I'm sure, from the DES, but they did it. And that worked for a number of years. And then about 6 years ago, the other system failed. They said they were gonna fix it, they tried doing other things, they tried routing back to the first system, all of the 12,000 gallon effluent to a 3,000 gallon system, and that of course failed.
Guessing that didn't work out.
That failed real quick. So at that point, they started pumping. They would pump 3 times a week. So this is in 2018 or 2019, something like that. They kept promising to fix it. They never did. So I eventually, in 2018, I filed a complaint with the, 2018, I filed a complaint with DES. DES did nothing for a few years, and finally, a year ago today, they issued an administrative order because nothing was happening. That they had 30 days to get a new plan and 90 days to have it installed. Again, nothing's happened. So I came into this board about a year ago and asked to have a health officer, because the DES said the best way to deal with this is have the town, because they have more authority. They can shut down the hotel. They can do whatever they want, basically, to get it fixed. DES has to go through a whole process, and DES was recommending the selectman option. That's why I came to the board here. The board assigned a health officer for Hales. He did some research, and he went around and said, okay, and they told him, okay, we're gonna have it fixed. And last message I had from him was in February, saying, I asked him what was going on. He said, well, it's supposed to be fixed in the spring. So a week ago, I wrote him another email saying it's spring and nothing seems to be happening here. I'm hearing word I didn't tell him, but I'm hearing word from the community that the hotel's saying, no, we're not gonna do anything this year. So he has not written me back, he hasn't told me anything, so I'm coming to you guys.
So just for clarification, so the pumping continues now? That's how they
The
handle it?
pumping continues. The problem is, in busy weekends, and I'll be watching it this weekend, it overflows.
Right.
And it makes a mess. And where it makes a mess is onto the golf course. Hales location has a golf course. And it overflows onto the golf course property. It's in a place where people walk. I mean, it's off on the rough, but people not everyone's a good shot, and they get into the rough. And if you go there now, you can smell septic, where there's a bunch of standpipes, and that's where it overflows now for that system. They try to pump it, but it doesn't. They don't. On busy weekends, they can't get it, especially 3-day weekends, whatever reason. So we have a problem where it's dangerous having septic on a golf course, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. Truthfully, neither Commissioner Nelson or myself was here for most of that, although I do remember, for some reason, I thought it had been addressed, Melissa. No, wasn't there?
Well, the commissioners did appoint a health officer for
And is
Hales.
that as
and
far as it, that's as far as it went?
It usually falls under the health officer purview to rectify these situations.
Right. I think you're both too new to, you came last election and,
No, I was here, I didn't get here till June, that's just been a year for me, early June, a year in June.
okay, that's about when the health officer was appointed.
It was before.
It was in May.
And
I think it was May you appointed the health officer.
Commissioner,
Yeah,
Commissioner
I think it was right before
Commissioner
Commissioner
Elsa was
McGee.
after me. All I can tell you is, I'll follow up on it. I
Okay.
can't give you, I'd like to give you an answer, but I can't, because I really don't know.
Okay,
For
so
some reason, I thought it was being addressed, but
it is. The hotel owner always says it's being addressed. I can show you minutes going back to 2008 that these systems are being addressed, but they never,
did he do a plan? I mean,
In
did they
2008
do a new septic plan? I mean, that's the first
in
step.
2008, they did not do a new plan. I'm hearing stories that he's got a plan. I've heard the stories. I used to be on the board of the Hales Location Owners Association for 6 years. I kept hearing from the owner that there's a plan, it's being submitted to the state, it's being submitted to here, there, the other place. They tried getting Conway to build a extension of their system out to pull up all of our septic. And it just, all these fall through, and the state has never seen a plan, although the hotel owner keeps saying there is a plan, he submitted it. Well, the state DES has not seen a plan. Maybe the hotel owner wants to put a lot of the septic system on state land. So he may submit it to other areas of the state where the people who own the land, the state land abutting the golf course, that may be where he's trying to get it put. I don't know.
We'll try and get back to you.
But the state's saying no.
Right.
And so, right now, they're saying, no, it's not happening. We're not gonna do it this year. We could have a disaster again, because they're putting septic onto the golf course. And that's just not a good thing. There's no even warning, they don't even put warning signs, but you can go out there today and smell it. It's not standing water like it was most of last summer, but it's bad. And if the health officer can't do anything, then something has to be
Well, I'll at
done.
least attempt to find out
We need to make a visit. at some
where
point.
he's at, maybe take a ride up there, but
Okay, if you'd like, I
I was
can
not-
show you exactly what's going on.
leave Melissa your contact information,
Okay.
and we'll try and
All right,
follow
great.
up with you.
All right, thank you very much.
Public health issues.
Yeah.
All right, we will go back into normal session at
10:21.
10:21. And we have Lonnie again, in April 30th financial report. You want to do that or the ARPA first, whichever one?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Here's your financial statements. Did you take one of those?
I did.
We'll let Melissa leave that one.
Yeah.
You want to leave
The
that?
ARPA one?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Do you need anything on this financial report? No, this is just,
This is just for your information, yeah.
you want to talk about it?
Yep, so here you have the April 30th financial statements. Everything is in good shape. Probably for the first year in many, many years as of April 30th. Actually, as of today, we have yet to draw on the line of credit. I do see that coming soon, but we're still a good month and a half, 2 months ahead of where we have been historically for the last several years. So, really no surprises. Things are staying within budget. The item that is going to need a transfer with the delegation is going to be the agency staff with the nursing home. But other than that, everything is going along fine, and we have had some discussions with departments requesting things that they feel that they're going to go over budget, and my response has been that we're too early in the year yet, so before we start making budget transfers, we'll go into at least the third quarter and see if there's going to be an issue. Right now, I don't foresee that.
So we don't fall short of the funds,
Correct.
right?
Yep, correct.
Super.
Yep.
And I think going in now would encourage to go in later on too.
Correct, yeah, right.
So if the board's comfortable with releasing those and posting them on the website, if you wanted to vote to accept.
Okay, yeah, I'll accept a motion to accept the April 30th financial statement.
Make that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We'll get that up today. And then as for the ARPA, so it's really important that we, for transparency and reporting purposes, that we're accounting for all of the funds that have been spent out of our ARPA allocation. So what you have in front of you is a spreadsheet that details all of the different ways that the ARPA's been spent so far. And today I'm just asking for a sweep vote to affirm what's been expended to date. And that's in the middle section.
These are publicly available for anybody that wants to see.
Yeah, and I will actually put this up on our finance page on the website as
Okay,
well.
great.
Yep.
Just the totals, we were originally budgeted for $9,500,194. To date, we've spent $2,641,696.52, with the remaining $6,858,497.48 left of the money. And I will accept a motion to affirm this statement.
A question on the question.
Go right ahead.
The projected project total. We're a little short.
Projected project total, yes. We're a little short.
Just
A little.
a little. Okay.
Is that on the annex project?
The key word is projected.
Yeah,
Project.
the annex,
That's correct.
okay.
Make a motion.
It hasn't been done yet. Go ahead. Make a motion to accept.
Yes, I did.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
And again, these will be available on the website. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, two questions. Bonnie says they're gonna have a line item transfer for agency going to the delegation. Can you tell us what that dollar figure is?
Again,
This is a projected number, right? Or is it-
this is actual through the end of April.
Okay.
Through the end of April, so it could change between now and delegation. $961,110.
So almost $1 million through the end of April. That's one of my requests that 91A that I've asked for. Also, Commissioner Nelson said we're a little short. Could you tell us what that figure is, a little short?
Well, this particular thing, additional funded needed, says 129,000. But if I look at the numbers across, do they add up to that? Because I'm going by one over here. So could you explain the numbers?
Right, I mean,
Question, thank you.
the point of the vote that you just did was not for this section down here, but what we have
Oh, for the
actually
okay.
allocated and
Okay.
spent on the annex.
Okay.
But we're just projecting what the cost of the annex project has come in at, and then what we have for funds through various levels of funding. And in total, we're underfunded by $129,000.
I did not read that top part.
Thank you very much.
That's fine. Okay.
And the annex is still pending.
And the annex is still pending, correct?
And we will hold the financial report until next week. Hopefully Commissioner McCarthy will be here. Thank you, Bonnie.
Yep, you're welcome. Do you need anything else?
All right, bid recommendation, Director Murray.
Well, as you know, we put out an RFP for the Mount Washington Valley room carpet replacement at the nursing home, and we received 5 bids. If you look at the letter that I sent, I assume you have the letter?
Yep.
Okay.
It's under 6.
Number 6, okay.
The low bid of $11,444, I recommend that we reject because I do not feel that it's a responsible bid. After talking with some of the other vendors, most of these vendors are consistent with their labor cost, and this low bid doesn't even cover what the other people are projecting for their labor costs. So I'm uncomfortable, and I don't feel that it's a responsible bid. The next bid is $24,919.58, ADF Flooring, Concord, New Hampshire. This is what I consider the lowest responsible bid, and this would be the company that I would recommend unless you choose to use a local contractor. We have a local contractor about 2 miles down the road who came in about $4,000 higher. An equally responsible bid, but it's a local contractor. I'd be happy with either one of them, ADF Flooring or Heckman's Flooring. And this is insurance money. This is not going to be any money out of our coffers or out of the taxpayer coffers. This is insurance payment. I would defer to the commissioners whether they prefer to have a local contractor or for a difference of about $4,000 go with the less
Question
responsible.
for you,
I would-
actually.
Well,
Go ahead.
any comment?
Yeah, my only comment is, can you ask the local contractor to match the price, the 24,000? Is that possible to do that?
We went, when we do an RFP, I lose the ability to negotiate,
You can't negotiate.
Okay.
okay?
Okay, that explains that.
Having researched the bids, as I'm sure you did,
Mm-hmm.
is it apples to apples?
Yes. Yes. The only difference being one is from Concord and one is a local contractor. And like I said, I'd be happy with either one of them. But I know that the county has traditionally tried to give work to the local contractors before they start spreading out. So that's where I would defer to the
It's
commission.
insurance money to the point of we get the, in other words, if we save $4,000, we don't save $4,000. The county doesn't save $4,000.
No.
It's the insurance company.
Correct.
I'd be inclined to go with a local bidder. I mean, just because, for the sake of doing,
Mm-hmm.
trying to keep the local and keep people working. Any comment?
I have some trouble on this one, but I will go along with you.
Well, it's,
I agree with the local, I don't have a question with that. There's $4,000 here, but again, it's the insurance company.
Mm-hmm. And they're paying 100%.
and it's somebody you can reach out to if we have a problem, it's close by.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
would-
Yeah.
I would defer to you, your recommendation.
Like I said, I'd be happy with either one, but since we're spending money, it's the commissioner's ultimate decision.
I would go with a local person.
And if we had a problem, they're a heck of a lot
They can
closer.
back it up,
That's it.
and
Yeah, okay.
I'll
Make a motion.
Okay, to accept the Heckman Flooring, the flooring motion.
Yes.
$28,900. Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I'll get that started. Thank you. Anything else for me?
Anything else for you, not that I know of? Melissa,
You don't have anything else? No?
Okay.
anything for us?
What's the timeline for doing that?
I'm going to walk down the hall and call them.
I mean, did it give you an
and get
idea
going.
why we do this project?
No, everybody's busy this time of year, but as long as we get the ball rolling, I'll have a better idea. As soon as I know, I'll let you know.
There you go.
Thank you.
Great.
Excuse me one second. Value less than the $1,000 less deductible, what does that mean?
The what?
The column up here, replacement value less deductible of $1,000.
We have to pay $1,000 deductible. That's
No
our
matter
insurance.
which one we
No
do.
matter who we use, it's
Okay.
$1,000
Car
deductible.
insurance, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Thanks, Bob.
Thank you.
Policy review, I prefer, we can hold that for another week.
Keep holding?
Yeah,
Yep,
keep
sure.
that for that's not critical. Commissioners' comments and reports. Commissioner Nelson,
Nothing?
nothing for me.
Okay. Before you go into non-public, do you mind if I just share the screen for a second? I wanted to it was mentioned already, our website today, but I wanted to
Oh,
show
sure,
it
go ahead.
today. Is that okay?
By all means.
Thank you. What was supposed to happen, which we're having technical difficulty, is if you go to the old website at .net, it was supposed to redirect people to the new one. So it's not working. So I wanted people to know, well, we have Ed's camera here, that it's carrollcountynh.gov is our new site. And you'll have to manually put that in, and hopefully we'll get the redirect fixed, but we're gonna keep the old one up for a while as people get used to the new one. But this is our new website. It's been in process for about 1.5 years now, so I'm glad to have it launched, and you can see that we have news and events, the spotlights. If there was some confusion about how to check the calendar, so you do have to scroll down now to see the calendar, but if you just click on a date, wonder what's happened in that date, you can see today's commissioners meeting, and when you expand that, it gives you contact information and the Zoom link. All of the agendas, minutes going back a decade can be accessed through the agenda and minutes button. What I'm trying to do is going forward is after the meeting, anything that's been approved or discussed becomes part of the minutes package, so you can see contracts that were signed, any other documents that were presented in the commissioners' meetings. So that will help, I think, with transparency and flow of information. People that ask for documents after the fact, maybe cut down on some of the waiting for 91A requests. All of financials, contracts, bid opportunities. I just wanted to say, hey, look what we did. So
I think it's great.
it's been a long time coming, so if anybody has suggestions, I'd love them.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. The official posting, agreed posting location for the county was the Carroll County, New Hampshire.net. When you go to .net, it doesn't go to anywhere, so that needs to be officially changed somehow. Now, I don't know if you should make a motion now to cover yourself, because technically the two places you're supposed to post your meetings are the website, if one exists, and one more public place. So if somebody comes to your website, they're gonna go to .net and they're gonna go nowhere. So somebody could make the case that you didn't post it in your right location. So I don't know if you should actually do a motion saying that you're now officially posting to the .gov to cover yourself. I don't know what you should do, but there has to be a way to make sure the public knows.
I don't think there's any harm in that. It's just a
Okay, we can do
matter
that.
of course.
No,
The .gov is now the official county website.
Now, is the rule of procedure that the commissioners are working on policy-wise, does that have the posting location in that policy, or is there another policy that governs the posting locations?
So we have rules of procedures that are still under consideration to be adopted by the board, and in those rules of procedure, it tells where the meeting's posted. It just says the Carroll County website. It doesn't explicitly say which.
Well, I'm just saying cover yourself, because if somebody goes to your website and says, well, I didn't know anything about this meeting, I didn't know it was .gov, how would I even know? I see, what should have happened is you paid a lot of money to Civics Plus. Now, I can say this because I'm the public now. Civics Plus is given a lot of money. All they needed to do was put a redirect to the .net website. So if you go to the .net website, it automatically goes to that .gov website. I don't see how that didn't happen.
I was just going to say that.
So our IT department and Civic Plus have been working over the past few days trying to get this error corrected so that it will redirect. Because
That is supposed to happen. That is supposed to happen.
Yeah,
It's not even an error. This is,
there's something technically funky going on, that's all I can say.
there's not, you log into the DNS and you change it, you click enter. I don't know why it didn't happen.
That's beyond my
I will
scope.
find out today.
Well, you should find out, and maybe you should get a slight refund, because I believe it was quite expensive to do this website.
Yeah.
What is that actual amount for the new website?
I can get that for you.
Is it
Because
$6,000, $10,000? What was the amount? It was.
some of it was paid out of the ARPA funding for the initial remake of the site, the structure of it, and then our ongoing subscription is partially paid through the county budget and with ARPA, so I'd have to get that mix for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We'll talk about that after.
Thank you.
What would the motion be? Just that we now.
The official location for public postings for the Carroll County, is the Carroll County, New Hampshire.gov, period. So whatever I said.
We've accepted Carroll County NH.gov as the official county website as of May 23rd, 2024.
Just add in their posting locations.
I was one of those people that went there and I said, well, something screwed up.
So you went to the .net and it came to nothing.
And that came through and I wondered, I talked to Alyssa this morning, I said, I'm confused on this because it's,
You're at the head table.
Hopefully that's going to be taken care of very soon,
Hopefully,
like
I would love that.
hopefully today, but
Well, it should be done immediately because
Yes.
any meeting is in question now because you don't have it publicly posted in 2 locations as stated it's supposed to be done, if you're challenged.
Yeah, that happened to me. I went to, it said page not found. I thought, well, there's no meeting last week, and maybe they abolished the commission, they erased the county. It's gone. That's what
so
I
we're
thought.
going to make I'm going to accept a motion to, I guess, declare that we're now using the Carroll County
Go.
is it Carroll County NH
Carroll County NH.gov
NH.gov.
website.
as our official website. And hopefully that we'll have the new one the old one roll over to the new one very soon.
Hopefully.
I happily second that motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And just so you know, I haven't just been sitting and waiting for people to get lost. I've emailed all my contacts, to direct them to the news site, posted it on social media, just trying to get the word out there, so.
Now, since the statute says 2 public places, one can be the website if one exists, you could also cover yourself by going back to the old way just temporarily and putting it in 2 public locations as if you don't have a website. That way somebody could say you've covered yourself by doing that, if somebody goes to court and says you didn't do it. That would be the best thing to do.
Thank you, Ed.
Thank you.
All right, it appears that we are now going into non-public under,
The section should be in the blue part of your
Oh,
agenda. So it's A, B, and J.
A, B, and J. I will accept a motion to go into non-public under A, B, and J. If you want to read us into that.
Where are we to read it? Let me do it right there. A, to the dismissal, promotion, or compensation of any public employee, or the disciplining of such employee, or the investigation of any charges against him or her, unless the employee affected has a right to the meeting, and request that a meeting be open, in which case the request shall be granted. What's the next one?
B.
B, the hiring of any person as a public employee. And the last one?
J.
J. Consideration of the confidential, commercial, or financial information that is exempt from the public disclosure under RSA 91A5(4). In an adjunctive, no, it's not reading that right. Adjunct, how do you say that?
I don't know. Is it
Adjunctive,
what is it?
adjudicated.
There we go.
There we go, thank you. Okay, adjudicated processing, proceeding pursuant to RSA 541 or RSA 541A.
We need a roll call for that.
All right. Roll call, Nelson, yes. Chairman, McGee,
Yes.
all those in favor?
All those in favor?
Aye.
10:43.
And I believe when we come, I believe we'll just return to adjourn the meeting, correct, Melissa?
I don't have anything else. Yeah.
They're gonna call me back. Those of you that would like to stay, you're welcome to.
What about the sheriff? Number 8?
That's actually non-public.
It doesn't say that, does it?
It doesn't, on the original agenda, the revised one, it had to be moved to non-public.
What's the exemption? Is that the J?
That's the J, yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
So are we walking out or they're walking out?
Do we have to do that here, or we?
We can go in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is the sheriff coming over?
Yes.
The last time.
Wait a minute, we got someone else here who wants, you going in there with us?
Tell me where to go.
And the,
You don't want to
I'm
ask
told where to go a lot, so.
that. You don't want to ask that.
The camera's off, right?
yeah. And Linda's on her way over too. And the sheriff.
I'm gonna remember that one. Judy.
Yeah.
But you,
Yeah, we don't normally use that section. Oh, the Hales checks, Joe will need to sign those too. Oh,
my arthritic fingers here.
I make it this morning.
thank you.
Right,
This is all the Hales.
What's that, Hill's budget's up?
So, nope.
I'm trying to get over
No,
to
it's
see
fine.
it, but I just haven't seen the name.
Oh, yeah.
Now it makes sense.
It's 12:07.
Yeah, motion to come out non-public.
I think I'll make a motion that we come out of Non-public.
Seal the minutes.
and seal the minutes.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You on roll call?
No.
You don't need a roll call to seal minutes.
And having no further business that I know of, Melissa,
I don't have anything else.
we will recess the meeting till I call the chair.
12:07.